Hey, Mr. Cartoon Head again. I hope you're not getting tired of me, but I'm here to introduce another video in our series for QuickStart financial planning. So in this video, I want to tell you my Gmail story. I call this Gmail QuickStart. So when did you first hear about Gmail? Maybe you're not a Gmail user, but I first heard about Gmail back in 2005, and I'll tell you, Gmail is to Google what QuickStart is to BayRock. So I want to tell you a little bit about my experience with Gmail and how QuickStart financial planning came to be at my company, BayRock Financial. So I'll tell you the story, but first just let me say that Gmail is, in my opinion, one of the finest products ever created on the planet. And in terms of my experience with Gmail, it was phenomenally valuable. And I'll tell you the story in a minute about Hurricane Katrina and how I was able to use Gmail to do something I really never dreamed. Well, I did dream about the perfect kind of email, and Gmail was kind of that dream come true for me. And so for all of these years, back in 2005, when I discovered Gmail and used it and still use it, I use the professional business version of Gmail, Google Workspace, I think is what it's called, but I pay a relatively small monthly subscription fee, and I get tremendous value from my Gmail services. And so as I built my company, BayRock, I wanted to have a product like Gmail that was free, that provided tremendous value, just like Gmail. I mean, Gmail provided amazing value. In this post, if you click on the post under the video, there's a link. And I just kind of shared my story about Gmail, what it is, how it works, and why it was so tremendously valuable for me. But BayRock, my company, I wanted to create something. I always dreamed of having a product like Gmail that was free, that folks could use and experience and discover that it was so good that naturally they would want to upgrade and pay a small fee to go to the business version. And so that's what QuickStart financial planning is for BayRock. QuickStart is to BayRock what Gmail is to Google. And so QuickStart financial planning is free. We put this together as kind of a micro course to help onboard new small clients, to provide financial planning, comprehensive financial planning for family members and family members of clients and students at the University of Houston and other students and friends and family. And it's free. And it's tremendously valuable, as you'll see if you subscribe, which is what I hope you will do, is subscribe to the free version, the QuickStart Financial Planning micro course, and I'll teach you how to create a compelling financial plan. But the reason that I'm creating this short video is to share my story about Gmail and QuickStart. Again, Gmail is to Google what QuickStart is to BayRock. So back in 2005, I was a State Farm agent. And I was a fire claims adjuster before I became a State Farm agent. I trained adjusters around the country. So I worked as a staff adjuster at State Farm, and I was paid like a staff adjuster. And I always got to see all these independent claims adjusters who made gobs and gobs and gobs of money. And so when I became a State Farm agent, an independent contract agent for State Farm, a captive State Farm agent, I was a business owner, and I kept my adjuster's license, and I began to work as an independent adjuster. And so I was able to work for any company other than State Farm as an independent claims adjuster, and you can make a lot of money doing that. Well, in 2005, you may recall Hurricane Rita. That's a whole nother story, but Hurricane Katrina came before Hurricane Rita, and it was at the time one of the biggest events in the insurance industry. And a buddy of mine, Jim Crawley, who owns an independent adjusting firm, he called me up and he asked me to work for him. And I was so excited to do that, except it was New Orleans. And Katrina was huge. And I worked from Mobile, Alabama to Houston and New Orleans and everywhere in between. But what happened was my friend Toby Wise sent me an email and said, hey, I've discovered this really cool free email service called Gmail. This was back in 2005. Everybody thought it was a joke because they announced Gmail on April 1st. They thought it was an April Fool's joke. April 1st, I think 2004 is when they announced it. But the only way you could get in on a Gmail account is if somebody sent you an invitation. It was a pretty cool marketing ploy, and I'm using it too. If you want to be part of QuickStart Financial Planning, you have to be invited either by me or someone else who is already subscribed. That's how Gmail worked. And it worked really well. I mean, it's kind of a tricky little thing, but my friend Toby had 25 invitations he could send out, and he chose me as one of his 25 invitations. And he told me why he liked Gmail, and at the time, because of what I was about to do in Hurricane Katrina, it was amazing to me. I couldn't believe it was like an answer to prayer. The fact that I could have an email account where I could send large attachments, claim files are large attachments with almost unlimited storage, not unlimited, but a lot of storage, and be able to access that email account from anywhere, from my phone, from any laptop, from my computer at the house. It was mind-boggling, the perfect timing that Gmail came into my life. And so I was able to make enough money working Hurricane Katrina to literally pay off my house within about 6 months. And I could not have done that without Gmail. And so I have always been very grateful to Google, and now Google has turned into a big tech company that I'm afraid of, and I think we should all be afraid of. But the truth is, they started out with this product called Gmail that was tremendously valuable. And so I wanted to model that in my company, BayRock. And so that's what QuickStart Financial Planning is. It's a free financial planning kind of micro course, but I promise you it is incredibly valuable, and you have to sign up, subscribe to experience it. And if you do that, you're going to know that I'm telling you the truth and that I'm delivering something as valuable as a Gmail account with incredible benefits for you. You won't know until you jump in and start to build your financial plan, and let me help you build your financial plan. We have a podcast, we have some great online tools, but it starts with completing the subscription. So you'll notice on all of my pages on BayRock Financial, and if I go to Missional Money, let me see if I can do that, Missional Money, in all of my pages now I've got the subscribe, I've got the QuickStart page, but also in the header I changed the button to subscribe. So all you got to do is, hopefully that's working. Is it working? Yes, it's working. You just scroll down, put in your information. You're welcome to say that you were invited by this guy, Jim Munchback, and tell me if there's something that you want me to talk about in a QuickStart video tutorial, any topic related to financial planning or investment management. I'm happy to cover that in one of these short videos in the QuickStart series. So that's my video. I appreciate you watching, and I do hope you will consider, I'm going to go back to BayRock Financial real quick. This is my company, BayRock. The Missional Money podcast is part of BayRock. It's the way that I produce content, training content for my students at the University of Houston, for my clients, for my family, for my friends. So the podcast is there as well. Also wanted to just let you know there's going to be more QuickStart videos coming your way, and I hope you'll check them out, but please subscribe. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you in the next one.